Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for November 17th to the 23rd. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. I'm just realizing that I think it's till, the 23rd. All right. So, what was I saying? Thank you for being here and happy birthday. Sagittarius, we're moving into Sagittarius season, your birthday season. I hope you're stoked. There's a lot going on. And this week, maybe like you could feel shockingly like Whoopi Goldberg psychic. You're going through so much 12th house activity. Wow. Intuition off the charts, especially a week like this. And you can see this week is indescribably busy. It's chock full of aspects. Some days that have up to 5 aspects. I'm not even joking. There is an aspect you see it every day this week. Big week, okay? Blue asterisk, always the best aspects of the week. And there's an aspect that's so rare, not everyone on earth has experienced it, nor will. We're lucky to experience it. It is a zany sky. Look at everything that's happening. So this week, you're going to have a lot of feelings. You're going to feel nostalgic. You're going to feel romantic, a little rebellious, maybe even a little antsy, but also driven and inspired. You may even feel some relief. It's all a little applesauce, okay? Yeah, that's right. I'm making applesauce a thing. So I hope you like apples. But the biggest takeaway is that this week, number one, out with the old, in with the new. Could, like, the biggest, right? The biggest of the biggest this week does require patience. And the biggest of the biggest of the biggest is you will, pretty much guaranteed, because of this 12th house activity, have huge epiphanies. And it starts on Monday, November 17th, when you have the sun in Scorpio, trine Saturn in Pisces, 25 degrees. If you saw last week's reading, you know that the sun trine Jupiter on Sunday, the day before, the luckiest day of the month. So that is spilling over into Monday. And as you know, Jupiter is trine Saturn all month. So this is forming the perfect grand water trine, which you had one earlier this month. You're going to have one over the weekend. Yes, there's more in the back. That's how big this week is. Couldn't fit it all. And again, not all the aspects are here, and these planetary. So you've got these 3 very important planets as part of this grand a water trine, meaning they're just all connecting in the same element, water. It's enormously auspicious and emotionally moving. It's water, right? And, water heals, and trines have the nature of Jupiter. So Monday, wow, that you've got comfort, good fortune, expansion. Saturn is offering stability and support, building you this bridge, especially when it comes to home and family. Saturn in your 4th house, okay? And the sun is part of this, right? Optimism, willpower. And so you've got this grand water trine. And not just 2, but 3 areas of your life for the first half of the week that is going to be impacted in this wonderful flow. Especially with the sun in Scorpio, there's that intense passion, but it's your 12th house. So it's that strong, spiritual, intuitive, healing energy. And then, of course, you've got Jupiter in Cancer in your 8th. That's Scorpio's home. And so you are going to feel this double dose of this intense passion. You want something, you feel something. And it has everything to do with your legacy and intimacy, relationships, money, inheritance, investments. That's all part of the 8th house. It is your personal transformation. And then Saturn in Pisces is all about, again, home and family, but your dreams and intuition. You're just going to feel rewarded. There's something, especially with something that you've been like hopeful for. Yeah, something that you've been working on, something that could have been since even like as far back as 2023, finally coming to fruition. You've been going through a lot of home and family stuff, so there could be something that you're coming out of. You're just going to feel something glimmer here in this grand water trine. It feels really, really nice for you. It is this emotional buzz, but also this intuitive buzz that you're going to feel as well. It is very spiritual and it could be very relaxing. It's like a river cruise for you because the 12th house is also just like this sense of like rest and retreat. And for you, definitely like even soul searching energy. Remember, half the solar system is retrograde anyway. So you're going to have this urge to fix things from your past. And when I say that, the 12th house is the subconscious. And with half the planets retrograde, it could be something about you, something inside you that you want to change, something inside you that you want to just hit the road, Jack, right? The subconscious. What is it? I explained this last week. It's where we store our memories. And so you're definitely going to want to talk about it because the same day you do have Mercury sextile Pluto, 1 degree. Remember, Mercury's in your sign. Yeah? Sextiling Pluto in Aquarius, that rules your 3rd house, which is Mercury's home. So this is all about communication. And it's all about the conversations that you're going to have this day. And it comes at the perfect timing with this grand water trine. So I would not be surprised if you're signing something, making some sort of formal agreement, if you're traveling even. But would be surprised because it's. I mean, you rule travel, right? Long distance travel, foreign cultures, foreign lands. But the 3rd house rules short distance travel. So would it be surprised if you're planning something, someone's coming to visit you, or something doing something with siblings and family? There's something really nice here. And also remember, Mercury's retrograde in your sign. So again, you reassessing things that make you like reassessing things to feel more empowered, right? With Pluto being power and transformation. Now, one thing, remember, Mercury doesn't do well in your sign. He can't talk the talk. Pluto can. Pluto, the planet of power, like I said, is going to help you talk the talk, walk the walk. Really great. Again, there's something here. Just the timing couldn't be more perfect for you. And don't forget, Pluto also like excavates, right? He goes really deep. You got Mercury in your sign. Pluto is the ruler for Scorpio. So that really activates their 12th house. So you're going to go deep. There's depth here. Monday, when you go deep, it's almost like this mini awakening that you're going to have. And you're just going to be scratching the surface, to be honest, for what's to come later. Because Tuesday, November 18th, you got Mercury retrograding out of your sign. Back into Scorpio. That's going to happen around midnight. And Mercury's going to be retrograde in Scorpio pretty much the entire month. And so what this is doing, it's once again activating your 12th house. Scorpio rules your 12th house. And the 12th house is so nebulous. It's everything beyond the physical plane. It's Pisces ruled. It's imagination. It's dreams. It's creativity. It's the arts. You're going to love this. But it's also going really deep and doing that healing. But with Mercury retrograde in your subconscious, again, going back to moments in the past, circumstances, people, especially October, yeah, when Mercury was actually direct. So there could be some things, unfinished business, unfinished thoughts, yeah, that just come back, float back. It can be related to love and money and wealth and intimacy, but it's all in the name of you just reassessing, rethinking the direction of your personal transformation. And Mercury has a little bit of FOMO because the Grand Water Trine is already in effect. So he's a little late for the dinner cruise. He's kind of found his, paddled over. He's on the boat. Everyone's in the front of the boat. That's where the party is. He's in the back, okay? He's going to make it to the party. Just wait till the weekend. But you're going to feel that deep, intense passion return as well. That detective energy. Remember that probing energy that Scorpio energy is known for what you desire. There's something where you're digging deep here. And remember, Venus is in Scorpio. The moon is in Scorpio. The sun is in Scorpio. So something here is really building up to Wednesday. November 19th or November 20th, depending on where you live, the new moon in Scorpio, 28 degrees. It's happening right around, like just a little after midnight, Eastern Standard Time. So here's the thing. As I said in your monthly forecast, this new moon in Scorpio is not quiet. You have the sun, moon, Mercury all at 28 degrees. So therefore, you have a Mercury Cazimi At the same time, Mercury will be in the heart of the sun when you have the full, when you got the moon and the sun too. What? The other thing is, did I even write it here? I didn't. This is how loaded this day is. So the sun conjunct Mercury, you got the Mercury Cazimi, right? What else do you have on Wednesday? You got Mercury opposite Uranus too. All on the same day. This new moon is like something that wasn't supposed to touch water. It is like an electric eel of a new moon. There's something here with Uranus involved. Uranus bringing those jolts and surprises, the unpredictable. And remember, it's a new moon in Scorpio. Just the moon, right? Just separate everything. The moon, emotions. Scorpio, emotional. There's something really emotional about this, and it's in your 12th house. Okay? And so there is going to be something here where things are going to be brought up to the surface for you, because remember, Scorpio's depth is limitless. Meanwhile, another aspect that's happening this day is Mercury trining Neptune in Pisces, which, yes, is amazing and dreamy, all about your ideals, puts the passion literally in compassion. So when I say you're going to feel something, you're going to feel something this day. And a lot of it may have to do with home and family and work. Uranus and Taurus, remember, that's your 6th house. So it's everyday activities, but also health. There may be something here with health that you have this focus on as well. A new start. It's a new moon, something new. But again, you will feel something. There is an intensity with this new moon. And there's a lot of other things that are happening. But just the fact that you have a new moon, Mercury Cazimi, Mercury opposite Uranus, Mercury trine Neptune, that's 4 aspects. We're only on Wednesday. And remember, you're riding the tail end of that grand water trine, about to move into another grand water trine. So 3 things here, 3 takeaways. 1, this is Mercury's turf this day, okay? Sure, you're going to feel something. You're also going to have profound clarity. There is a sense of finding meaning, having this new perspective. It's like you woke up from the spell of Mercury in your sign. Now it's back in Scorpio in your 12th. So everything that you were processing when Mercury was in your sign, now you're really, really either using it to heal, to help others, or for you to just unclear your energy or any energy that's blocking you, right? So this is a big new moon. This is one of those new moons where you have the realization you're not in a Disney movie. This is real life. This is your life. You have one life to live, and you are going to own this. You're going to own this new moon, because everything that's happening for you is part of your subconscious. And what have I said? What's upstairs? 90% subconscious. And so there's something really gratifying about you unrooting things that may be holding you back. Okay? Especially if it's those lower expressions of the 12th house, like self-sabotage or hidden enemies, right? And because it is a Cazimi, it's a flashpoint, it's an awakening, it's linking, it's part something of the past that you're unrooting to make room for something new for your future. That's what's happening here. Now, number 2, it's still a very potent new moon, okay? It's a complicated one. It's a busy, busy day, but it's still powerful, and there's a lot of support. And one of the reasons why is because in the background, this is background talk now, you still have Uranus trine Pluto. Yeah, the orb's a little bit wider, but doesn't matter. It's still happening. But Scorpio's ruler Pluto is in Aquarius, forming a sextile here, okay, to the new moon. And sure, it's a little bit wider, but it's still here, all right? It's like, did you see that movie Anora, by the way? The one, the Oscar last year? You remember the guy who just was always there? He was like in every scene. He was in the back. He was always somewhere in the back. You never missed him. His presence, basically as an extra, was so powerful he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Translation, Pluto has your back. And Pluto, again, in Aquarius, your third house. So there's going to be something here. Communication, the mind, something that you're thinking, something that you're processing, something that you honestly, something that you want to say. So whatever it is, set intentions, because the third house, there's a sense of curiosity. There is a sense of launching something, doing something, right? Set intentions, okay? Whether it's selling goods, merchandise, something that has to do with online, starting a website, things like that, okay? This is a new moon. That's very spiritual. It could be you offering spiritual services as well. It's a very transformative new moon, all right? We're still in Scorpio season. Remember, Scorpio season is all about death and rebirth. You already went through the death part. This is your rebirth, okay? This is when you're reborn. And yes, themes of love and money still on the table. Carrying, this new moon's going to carry you 6 months into May 2026. So manifest that, right? What do you want? Where do you want to be by May 2026? Now, the last thing, number 5, Uranus and Taurus, opposite the new moon, and Mercury in Scorpio, 28 degrees. Mercury was at this degree October 28th. Okay? You got that? 28 degrees. Same degree, October 28th. 28, 2 plus 8 equals 10. One new beginning on a new moon, but even bigger than that, to be honest, is that something from October 28th or around that day, okay, may come back up again. Bear that in mind with the opposition to Uranus. So, again, it looks to me when I'm looking, it just looks to me that it could be something that has to do with your lifestyle. It could have to do something with work, colleagues, employees. It could have to do with health matters as well. Just give it a think. Uranus is at a critical degree. Remember, he's still rumbling. Uranus is an outer planet. He's so out there, right? So even though he moved back into Taurus last week, he's still just going to be at that 29 degree point. And he brings those disruptions, the unexpected. He breaks rules, especially in communication and your values, self-value, finances. He's the sign of finance. So whatever happens here, remember, he's retrograde with Saturn, with Neptune, with Mercury, Kazemi. What does this mean? It means whatever happens around this time, you could have some strong, radical internal breakthrough, this awakening. You've got 12th house activity. You are going to have a really big spiritual awakening. Okay? It just is the facts. And when I say this big spiritual awakening, it really is, it is almost like having this idea, this knowing of who you were in the past 2 years, past 5 years, past 7 years, and now knowing who you're meant to be. Okay? That's how big this is. Now, cross watchers, by the way, if you watch for your rising or your moon or for your sister, your lover, your personal baker, it doesn't matter. Fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, and I'm throwing in Cancer and Pisces will feel this the most, this new moon. If you know your natal chart, if you have any planets 26 to 0 degrees, any of those signs, you're going to feel this most. Now, oh, by the way, yeah, it's not on the whiteboard, is it? No. On the same day, that makes this 5 things happening on Wednesday. Venus. No? Sure, the sun, moon, Mercury, they're the headliners this day. Of course, it's a new moon with a Mercury Kazemi, all in Scorpio. But Venus is still in Scorpio. We can't forget Venus. Venus is love. Venus is money, creativity, all of that. She's got presence too. And remember, Venus in Scorpio gives 0 Fs. She gets to put on the dark mascara, all of that. She throws rocks at your window, things like that, okay? She's going to be connecting with the nodes of fate. North node, south node. She's going to trine the north node in Pisces, sextile the south node in Virgo. There is something big here. So Venus, this is love and money, creativity, creative projects, beauty, all of that, harmony, all of that. So there's something here fated. It's the nodes of fate. It's the nodes of fate. There's this nodal axis happening here, fated, 15 degrees. Anyway, you can expect something here. Home, family, um, even career. Yeah. There's an adjustment happening. All right. Now, and remember, emotional, there is that intensity too. Thursday, November 20th, the biggest highlight of the week. So much it gets its own box. Uranus and Taurus sextiling Neptune and Pisces. Now, welcome to your epiphany. This is such a major highlight. I actually will leave the video. I spoke in depth about what you can expect for you, Sagittarius, for the next 2 years until 2027 with Uranus sextile Neptune. Okay, I'll leave that video at the end of this video. This is a big deal. It's a generational aspect. It is culturally defining. We have not had this since the late 1960s. The era of love, peace, and happiness, and that pretty much sums up this aspect. What are you going to feel? You're going to feel liberated. You're open-minded, curious, creative. It's revolutionary. It's Uranus. It's a collective awakening is what this is. It's part of the prism portal. Yeah. At 29 degrees, that extra potent critical degree point. This has some serious magnitude. And here's the thing. There's something big happening here for you. All right. Both planets are retrograde. So a lot of this, you're definitely going to feel it mostly internally. And when I say that, it's more about your personal revolution that's happening here, especially with your everyday activities and home and family. And it's part of this larger spiritual revolution that began this fall, and it will continue for years. All right. So this moment forward, you're going to realize, because it's such a big, profound spiritual awakening, well, you've got a stellium of planets in your 12th house, and you rule the 9th house of spirituality. You will realize all the answers that you seek come from within. Okay, this is your big breakthrough with your values, with your dreams, all of that. And this, again, is a slow burn. It's a 5-part story. This aspect, by the way, happening this day is almost a prelude to your hero's journey that'll begin next year. Okay, remember the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, February 2026. Never in history. That's the Aries point, right? The 0 degree point in Aries, the beginning of the beginning, the reset. Anyway, this is going to be the biggest peak before Saturn and Neptune perfect in July 2026, a month that will go down in history books for sure. And I talk about it in Great Awakener. It's a big month. Anyway, when I say rare, by the way, yeah, Uranus and Neptune, after they're going to meet 5 times. Yeah. Up until 2027, and then they will not meet again until 2137. That's how rare this is. We get to live through it. All right. Now, Friday, November 21st, the sun will be opposite Uranus, but then trine Neptune, both at 29 degrees. What's really interesting, I'll tell you now, the moon will be in your sign, conjuncting Mars in your sign. You're going to feel this day. Okay. You're going to feel fired up. But when you've got the sun in Scorpio opposite Uranus, remember, he keeps on rumbling. And remember what I said, I think I said it last week. When you've got the sun in Scorpio opposite Uranus and Taurus, I said that the Taurus-Scorpio axis is all about money and finances and relationships and even intimacy. There could be something here out of the blue. Okay. And for y'all, again, it's your 6th house or something with health matters, even pets. There could be something here with work, colleagues, employees. And so just keep that in mind. It's with your 12th house. So it is also a big health axis for you with the 6th and the 12th. And all of it, okay? Mental health, spiritual health, physical health, emotional health, social health, all of it. So just be very mindful. This is a strong opposition, but it will trine Neptune. So that does bring in like creative solutions and compassion, right? And that helps keep the tire iron in the trunk. But it is in your fourth house. So something here again with home and family may come up. Remember, the answer is within you. All right. And then after that, you have the sun moving into your sign. Happy birthday, Sagittarius. Joining Mars. Yeah. Mars is still in your sign. So what does this mean? This is all about you now. Happy birthday. You're about to have a memorable, unforgettable birthday season. For the next 4 weeks, it's all about you. And it's all about your quest. What is the big picture? What do I want on my life journey? You're going to be seeking this adventure, expanding your horizons, very likely traveling. I mean, it is holiday season, but it's your thing, right? That wanderlust. Anyway, everything that you're going to do, there is a sense of doing it to become wiser for your work or for your family or for your friends or your legacy. It doesn't matter. Mars is in your sign. Mars is going to make you go after your calling. Okay? And this is all you. You're gonna have the faith of a Girl Scout. This is you moving into a season of fire and freedom. And with everything that's happening this week, how you're gonna feel, how you're gonna think and explore. That's all that matters. That exploration. Again, for you, like education's a big part of this, right? Philosophy's a big part of this. You're going to be asking those big questions. It always happens during birthday seasons for anybody. You're like, what have I accomplished? What do I want to accomplish? Everyone goes through their moments, right? But don't ever forget that you're the archer, right? The centaur. Those horse legs are not going to be idle, especially with Mars in your sign. You are going to also do. Feel, think, explore, do. So, Saturday, by the way, November 22nd, Mercury. Yeah. Oh, here we are. Yeah. We got more. I got more for you. On Saturday, November 22nd, you see Mercury will then trine Saturn and trine Jupiter. And you know, Jupiter's trine Saturn. There is your grand water trine now with Mercury, who's on that dinner cruise where they've got the good lettuce. Anyway, this grand water trine, oh, it feels so good. It feels really good. There's this effortlessness to it. And it's Mercury. So on this cruise, you're going to be networking. You're going to be dancing with other people. You're going to be communicating. You're going to be building bridges, launching projects, launching businesses. It's smooth sailing. Yeah. Smooth sailing. I love this for you. It's very transformative for you. I mean, it's linking your 12th, your 8th, and your 4th. So again, a lot of like building stability for your future home and family, and maybe even discovering your roots. And there's something here to be said about your personal transformation, your legacy. There is this focus not only on your future, but also on your past and how your past is going to shape who you're going to become. You can throw Neptune in here as well. Neptune is not that far away. So it's cruise control is what's happening. And again, your intuition is at the helm of all of this. Remember, water is fluid. I actually love this water trine because it is like fluid poetry with Neptune in the mix. And there's something stabilizing here and hopeful about it, especially after a couple, stormy waters, the turning of the tides, riding the waves of these water trines into a whole brand new era for you. Never forget that hope is a pillar that supports the world. And I say that because everything is starting to shift toward the collective. And you're going to see more of that very soon. So, and then 23rd, November 23rd, that's when the sun in your sign will sextile Pluto in Aquarius. So there's something here after that, week with a lot happening. I love this. something empowering here for you. There's something here where you're rewarded for being honest, for being true to you. It has that do the right thing feel to it. It's superhero energy to it. Pluto's authority too. So it brings you authority. Remember, the sun's in your sign, sextiling Pluto in your third of the mind, of communication. It could be you having a really big impact on a VIP, a boss, or, higher up, things like that. You can find yourself being incredibly influential around this time, empowered, feeling the rush of the water trine. Maybe even with social media here, writing projects, all of that, but definitely communication. Just remember, this is your cruise control. Okay, this is your cruise. You're riding the wave, and there's comfort here. There is comfort here. Just remember, you're at the helm. Your intuition's at the helm. Okay, trust your intuition and just set your sail and go forth. That's what you want to do anyway. So go do it before I make a joke about sailing on the tarot ship. I would never do that, Sagittarius. I would never do that. Anyway, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you for this week. Oh, you got a bonus birthday card. November 17th to the 23rd for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, yeah, Sagittarius. Okay. Yep. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. How are y'all doing? Wow. The lights. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a week like this. And if we need to pull clarifiers, we will. Secondly, y'all are amazing. Happy birthday. I hope you're doing. What are y'all doing? What are you doing for your birthday? Tell me. What trip? Where y'all going? Hawaii? It's fun over there. Anyway, all right, let's get to it. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. You're good. Okay, so you're obviously really good here. Now, you got the Seven of Cups. You got 12th house activity. You have 4 planets in your 12th house. So, yeah, there may be, and half the planets retrograde. So the 12th house, it does have to do with the past. You got these planets asking you to go within, bringing up the past. You got Mercury retrograde in your sign for the first half of the week. You're going to be thinking, there's like when I say nostalgic energy, but also just a lot of, again, reassessing. And so take that time to reassess because you just got the Seven of Cups, a card attributed to Venus in Scorpio, and Venus is currently in Scorpio this week. So this really is all about your desires. What do you desire? You see the fog. You see the smoke and mirrors, right? You've got to know what you want moving forward. And here's the thing. You've got to go within. Remember, that's what I've been saying all along. All the answers are inside you. And these retrogrades, yeah, you have Mars in your sign. That's why you're feeling a little antsy. Mars is saying, go, go, go. And all the retrogrades, the older planets are saying, no, get back. And so you definitely want to spend that time going within because there's going to be a point, especially with a week like this, where you might think you have the answers. But then there's one of those Uranus moments, or there's something around the new moon with the Mercury cazimi where you have all this clarity, or when the sun sextiles Pluto, right? The sun in your sign. There's something that could change your course. So go deep because it seems like there may be a little bit of confusion. Okay? Don't be afraid to go deep because everything's going to change anyway. Okay? And with you getting the death card in the heart of your spread, a card attributed to Scorpio, card of death and rebirth, as I explained, Scorpio representing death and rebirth too, and transformation. There you are. Okay? Remember what I said. This is out with the old, in with the new. It's like you leaving your old you into your new you. This is a brand new chapter, brand new era that you're moving into. Okay? The sun coming on the horizon as well. You can see that with the sun moving into your sign. You're moving into your birthday season where things are going to be very impactful. There's going to be a lot happening. And so don't resist change. Yeah? Celebrate this new you. But you've got to know what you want. You've got to know the direction, at least a little bit of an idea. Yeah? North, south, east, west. And that's going to help set, what is it? Course correction. Yeah. Because you even see what's happening here. Well, you do have the Nine of Cups as well. All right? So it's in your challenge area. Two things here. A, something that you probably, it's almost like there's something here as part of, it's almost like you see it this week. You see something happening. You see something changing. And a lot of it's going to be that intuitive energy, this knowing, with the death card in the heart of your spread as well, with a new moon, like everything that's happening this week, there's something that you feel in the wind, yeah, in the water. But that Nine of Cups in your challenge area, there may be something here where it feels like you feel this movement, but you haven't gotten what you wanted yet. Okay? Keyword is yet. It's only a weekly reading, right? It's because of this. Everything that I said earlier. The other thing is that there may be, like I said, with Uranus, there's some oppositions. There may be someone who, yeah, you might not see eye to eye with. I'm getting more of a colleague or someone that you work with, but it can be family member. All right? Just keep that in mind. There may be someone who, it feels like a little bit of ego, a little bit of pride, but work with that energy. It could be someone really close to you too. And it's almost like someone's not happy with this direction that you choose to move in as well. And remember, everything's a choice, right? So you've got, this is you using that, choosing to change things in your life. Now, this is very interesting. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So, very interesting. Look at him. Look at her, right? In your crown, up here, right? Looking to the past. Looking back at everything he's worked hard for. Everything that he's put his blood, sweat, tears, heart, everything into. And there is a sense of, is he satisfied with his work? Is it time for this new direction? You may be at that point this week. It could be a little thing. It could be a big thing. Pentacles, money, right? Finances. Like I said, is going to be a big theme this week. Pentacles, material wealth, material world, your material, like that Taurus energy too. So there may be something, again, that you might have to take some time thinking about with these two sevens. And then you have that Nine of Pentacles in the root of your spread. And there is this, she's free. She's liberated. She worked hard to stand in her very opulent garden of abundance where you see it bearing fruit. You see everything here. You see all the enlightenment. She's rich. She's wearing a glove. That's what rich people do. And rich people own Falcon. So there is something here that needs to be set free. And by the way, the Nine of Pentacles has a really strong association with retirement too. If a lot of y'all are seeking that, you've got to accept this change. There's change happening, or you've got to be the one who brings that change, the harbinger change, right? You've got to make that change. Again, it's just moving in the right direction because look, Page of Wands in your future. So there's that new, whatever you want. It's wands. Wands have the spirit of fire. You being a fire sign blends well. Y'all are on the same team. And the Page of Wands, it's a page. So, sure, this fresh new energy during the week of a new moon in Scorpio. It's all about change. That's pretty amazing. And this is just the beginning, is what the Page of Wands is with your passions and your ambitions. Creative project looks like, even at work, is something here changing with career for sure. All these pentacles, wands, this Scorpio energy, it's like it could be a big decision for you this week. Okay? Don't resist change. What is your intuition telling you? Okay? You're the risk takers. Y'all are good. Sagittarius, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what y'all are up to for your birthday and this week. It's a big week. You know I love y'all. All right. So, oh my gosh, you're good. Yeah, don't. Just, you okay. We'll give you another birthday ring-a-ding. Your rock. All right. You got the King of Cups. Good for you. Good for you. That's great. This is compassion. This is empathy. This is self-love. It all starts with self-love. And there is a spirit of creativity that's really strong here, actually. This is someone who is the rock for other people as well. And it feels like there is a sense of you wanting to be that rock for others, the emotional support king, right, for others. So this is really great. The King of Cups, by the way, is Scorpio as well. Yeah. You see his throne on top of that water. Look how choppy that water is too. It doesn't matter. Nothing is going to knock him off that throne. That's how emotionally stable he is. And he is very psychic. Remember, it's off the charts for you, this intuitive energy. Please trust your intuition. Please trust your intuition this week, okay? Don't bottle up anything. Don't bottle up emotions, too. There's something connected here with that Nine of Cups, where you even see him crossing off his heart. Don't bottle up emotions. Now, you got the Hierophant as well in your external factors area. That's great. This is someone who is he's like a bridge builder too. He connects everything in your physical world with everything above. As above, so below. And the Hierophant, the high priest, all about wisdom, all about deep sacred knowledge. He's got the keys. He's a big leader. And so it just feels like there is going to be an influential person that helps guide you. And someone and it could be something as close as like, a parent or a boss or whatever it is. It's what you're seeking. And it's going to be tremendously helpful. Strength. Yeah. It just seems like there is something that this week you are going to be going through where, remember, there are so many aspects that even with Jupiter involved, right? Your ruling planet exalted in Cancer, that's going to be part of these grand water trines. It brings a sense of hope. And it just feels like there's something that you're seeking here that makes you feel empowered, makes you feel stronger, makes feel that like it's this, we talk about the woman here who's got the lion, right? Taming the lion is what they say, but it's really synergy, okay? You can't just go up to a lion and grab its mouth. That's not how things work. There is this collaboration here. And so the lion would be like the taming the wild parts of you, however you want to call it. But what it really is right here, what it's saying is don't be afraid. It's you tapping into your inner courage. Yeah. That's what it is. There's something here about going deep and not being afraid to, and not being afraid of change. Because look, you got the Magician in your final outcome. You're going to have some change. And it's because you want it. So don't resist. All right. The Magician. There's your full journey. Card 1. Your hero's journey. Remember, you're on the brink of it. You've just begun. And he's got the power to manifest whatever he wants. He's got all tools of tarot at his disposal. And so there is something here about your hopes and your wishes and your dreams. They're all up there. They're in your reality. I say you create your reality, right? And that's why I want you to pay attention to the hand pointing to the ground. You know what you want. It's just a matter of you making it happen. And you can easily make that happen because the magician is all about magic, right? What does that require? Belief. Self-belief. Self-belief. Look, all the wiser. As above, so below. You're good. And you got the only two people, by the way, in all of tarot who've got the infinity symbol over their heads. This is infinite possibilities, knowing that there's infinite possibilities based on the actions that you take, because these are two active cards. They're cards of action. You have to take that action for that courage, for that strength. Same thing here for your journey. You've got change. Change is coming. Change is coming. I'll stop that. Sagittarius, you're good. What else is happening here? Oh, wow. Interesting. You see that. Okay. You've this is going to be a big new moon for you, but you got all these court cards, major arcana. The only two pip cards you got were 2 7s and 2 9s. I already said this is more about desire. What do you desire? Yeah. Take time reflecting, but know what you want moving forward. And with these 2 9s, 9 is fulfillment. It's completion, but not yet. Not yet. It's preparing for 10. It's preparing for 10. 1 0 equals 1, right? For this new. 9 is the last single digit. Oh, what was this? Yeah. 6 of Swords. Harmony, but up here. Okay, this card really is almost like this rite of passage for you, but up here. There is a sense of you can see them moving. Again, more water reference, right? Emotional week for you, but intuition. Water is also intuition. But anyway, you see it's choppy. Look at the direction they're going. They're leaving the choppy waters. They're moving into this. There's no undulation from this point forward. And so this is you saying, hey, I'm leaving all of that in the past. Anything that I don't want to bring with me on this journey, anything that's been taking up too much headspace, it's time to move forward. There's so much comfort here. There's a lot of comfort. There's protection. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. That's just saying we've got to up here. Okay. And one of the reasons I'm saying this, a perfect card to come out, your birthday card, is because of all this 12th house activity. What did I say? Lower expressions of the 12th house, especially when you have a gaggle of planets in it, and half the solar system retrograde is the 12th house. It is like self-sabotage. And it's not facing your fears. And so that can happen in a very intense sign. Yeah. A water sign. You're a fire sign. What happens when they get together, right? So it's really being able to balance and knowing the balance and letting that fire dance on water. And this is, again, it's just moving into this headspace where you're leaving that, right? Anyway, you're going to be fine. You're going to be good, Sagittarius. Thanks so much. Next week, really big week. We have another grand water trine with Venus. Anyway, there's a lot. Okay. So, and tier 3 members, you know where to find the link for the bonus spread. We're going to do a spread just on the new moon. It is such a loaded day. It's such a loaded new moon. We're going to isolate it. We're going to see what's going on here. Really good and legendary members. You know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Sagittarius, happy birthday. Y'all are amazing. I will see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.